Let's start setting up.
Okay.
Fuel truck is in position.
Hi, the security and safety checks are all done. Are you good to start boarding?
Yeah, so you could start boarding.
Thanks.
Hello. Thank you.
I'm back, no issues on the walk around.
Okay.
Billund Tower, line at 5253, gate 29, request clearance to Billund Brandenburg with information extra.
YMF 5253, cleared to Billund Brandenburg via Alpha Lima Sierra 6 Bravo, departure 109, initial climb flight level 210, then as filed, squawk 6546.
Cleared to Billund Brandenburg via Alpha Lima Sierra 6 Bravo, departure runway 09, initial climb flight level 210, then as filed, squawk 6546, line at 5253.
YMF 5253, read back correct, report when ready.
Will report when ready, line at 5253.
Airframe 21 Alpha Charlie, report vacated.
Report vacated, Airframe 21 Alpha Charlie.
Are you ready for the departure brief?
Go ahead.
Okay, it's going to be a standard pushback to start off the gate. Taxi route will be as assigned by ATC. It will be a left seat takeoff, using D-rated thrust. Planning a flaps 5 takeoff. Anti-ice will be off. Above 80 knots, we will reject for fire, engine failure, loss of control, or wind shear. The crew member noticing the abnormality will clearly state the problem. I will call reject or continue. If the decision is to reject, I will close the thrust levers and disengage auto throttle, observe or apply maximum braking, raise speed brakes, apply maximum amount of reverse thrust consistent with conditions and bring the aircraft to a complete stop on the runway, stow the speed brake, and set the parking brake, advise the cabin, this is the captain speaking, remain seated, remain seated. I will then perform any necessary memory items or checklists as appropriate. If an evacuation is required, I will initiate the evacuation checklist. In the event of an engine failure after V1, we will continue the takeoff, rotate at vRYR, call positive rate gear up, and cancel the master caution. There will be no other calls below 400 feet. At 400 feet, I'll call for a roll mode, then call confirm the failure. If required, we'll perform any necessary memory items, climb at V2 to V2 plus 20 to 1000 feet AFL or TOCA, whichever is higher. Retract flaps on schedule. When flaps have been retracted at or above, flaps up, maneuver speed, call for level change if VNAV is not engaged. Set max continuous thrust, and call for the appropriate emergency checklist. We are under our maximum landing weight, so we are okay to make an immediate return. The departure routing will be via the ATC assigned SID, complying with all published speeds and altitude restrictions. No noise abatement procedures required. Flight directives are on. Mine is master, yours is slave. Navigation radios are set. The NOTAMs and the aircraft defect log have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Departure brief complete.
Hi guys, here's the load sheet for you.
Thank you.
No problem, have a safe flight.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Would you like the APE on?
Okay.
preparation
Starting the
for
APU.
I would like to introduce you to our safety Make the most of the available space by putting the bags in the locker.
Pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Heavy in the overhead lockers, and these items could fall out.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Navigation transfer and display switches. Normal auto. Windows heat on. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Flight instruments.
Heading 354. Altimeter 1023.
Heading 354. Altimeter 1023. Parking brake.
Belts ready for departure and make yourself comfortable.
Set.
Engine start levels.
Cutoff.
Pre-flight checklist completed.
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are we clear to close?
Yes.
Thanks, let me know if you need anything.
Pushback and startup approved. FS2CREW SOP.
We got a door light here.
Request taxi. FS275, taxi to holding point 109 via Juliet Delta. Taxi to holding point 109 via
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
Please disconnect the GPU and air conditioning unit.
Roger. Disconnected the GPU and air.
Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door closed and locked. MCP.
V2 146. Heading 084. Altitude. Flight level 210.
Takeoff speeds.
Pre-flight safety briefing. We are now going to take you through our safety procedures.
V1 136. VR 137. V2 146.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Rudder and aileron trim.
Departure check completed.
Free and zero.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed.
Anti-collision light on. Before start checklist completed.
In the unlikely event of having to use the escape slide, leave all hand baggage behind and remove high heel shoes as they
Ryanair 5253, pushback and startup approved.
For your own comfort and safety, we recommend you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times and visible to avoid being disturbed in flight. If the
Release
cabin air
parking
supply
brakes.
fails, oxygen will be provided. Mask like this.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Start sequence is 2, then 1.
Check.
Your oxygen supplies. Place the mask over your mouth and nose like this, and breathe.
Start
normally,
engine 2.
adjusting the band
Start in
to
engine 2.
Do make sure your own mask is fitted before help.
Set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Flaps 5. Flight controls check complete. Before taxi
Unlocking
checklist.
gear.
Before taxi checklist. Generators on. Probe heat on. Anti-ice off. Isolation valve auto. Engine start switches continuous. Recall.
Checked.
Checked. Auto brake. RTO. Engine start levels.
Idle
Tow
detent.
truck
Flight
disconnected.
controls.
Bypass pin removed.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Clear.
Clear. Before taxi checklist completed.
Ryanair 5253, request taxi.
Ryanair 5253, taxi to holding point 109 via Foxtrot Delta.
Taxi to holding point 1109 via Foxtrot Delta. Ryanair 5253.
Clear left.
Clear right.
ISEP 275, contact Billund approach 127.57. 127.57, ISEP 275.
Captain, the cabin is secure.
Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist. Flaps.
Flaps 5, green light.
Stabilizer trim.
6.0 units.
Before takeoff, checklist completed.
Billund Tower, line at 5253, runway 09, ready for departure.
Before takeoff procedure.
Okay, cabin crew, take your seats. Clear on the approach.
Line up runway 09, line at 5253.
Ready to go.
Runway 5253, wind, calm, runway 09, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 09, cleared for takeoff, line at 5253.
Takeoff.
Thrust set. knots.
Checked.
V1, rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up. 400 feet.
Set flaps up speed.
Set.
Are you ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
The arrival routing will be via ATC vectors for an ILS approach, planning a flaps 30 landing. Final approach fixed altitude is 4,000 feet. Missed approach altitude is 4,000 feet. Taxi route in will be as assigned by ATC. We'll be arriving at a remote stand. Descent speeds and navigation radios are set. Airport NOTAMs have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Approach brief complete.
Flight deck. Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin is secure. $1,000 to level.
Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters.
1, 0, 2, 1, set.
1, 0, 2, 1, set. Approach checklist completed.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1 set. Final approach fix. 8 checked. Missed approach altitude is set.
Runway 5253, continue approach.
Continue approach, line at 5253.
Flaps 5.
Speed checked. Flaps 5 set.
Manual flight.
Autopilot off.
2500.
Radio altimeter alive. Cabin crew, take your seats.
Gear down. Flaps 15.
Speed checked. Speed brake up. Gear down. Flaps 15 set.
Runway 5253, contact Billund Tower, 118.8.
118.8, line at 5253. Billund Tower, line at 5253, on fire, 07 left. Ryanair 5253, wind 065 degrees at 5 knots, clear to land, 07 left.
1,000 feet, not
Clear to
stable.
land, 07 left, line at 5253.
Flaps 30 set.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist. Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Speed brake.
Armed.
Landing gear.
Down.
Flaps. 500 feet.
Flaps 30. Green light.
Landing checklist completed.
Cleared.
Approaching minimums.
Continue.
Minimums. 30.
Landing.
20. 10.
Ryanair 5253, wind vacated, contact ground, 129.5.
No
Wind
reverse
vacated,
engine
contact
1
ground,
and engine 2.
129.5, line at 5253.
Auto brake disarm.
Manual braking. Okay to clean up.
Roger. 60 knots.
Checked.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the captain and the entire crew, we'd like to welcome you to our destination. For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened.
Ryanair 5253, taxi to gate, Alpha 6, Lima 5, Foxtrot.
Taxi to gate, Alpha 6, via Lima 5, Foxtrot, line at 5253.